So the cushion has now been installed, and now let's unroll the carpet, and I have my helper here. So we're gonna shift this carpet just a little bit. So we're gonna give it a little bit of a fluff. There we go. Just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so the carpet is now laying in place. That's good. All right. So I'm going to start in this corner. This is step 1 of the carpet installation standard. Step 1 is to get the carpet set. You have to have a starting place. No matter if you're doing a new installation or a reinstallation, even more important doing a reinstallation, because I have lots of extra carpet here that I can trim in. On a reinstallation, you have to find the proper starting place. So find that place and then just get started. Before you cut, just get the carpet set and then everything should fall into place. So I'm getting down on the carpet and I want to show you, I'm going to be using my knee kicker here. So there's some features on here. You can see that the power strip, the knee kicker right here has teeth that retract, come out and retract. And when you're adjusting how deep the pins have to be in the carpet, you take the knee kicker, you press it onto the pins, onto the teeth, and if you feel the teeth penetrating deeply into that, back the dial off just a couple of clicks so the teeth just penetrate through the carpet. The reason why, I don't want the teeth to penetrate all the way through the carpet and snag into the cushion underneath. All right? The next adjustment on here is this adjustment. See how this opens up and closes? Well, that is all dependent on how long your torso is. Because when you're down on the carpet using the knee kicker, you have your thigh up and down and your arm straight up and down. So you need to have this adjusted for your body size. Right here, I have it out just a couple of clicks. So when I strike the butt of the knee kicker, my thigh is straight up and down, my arm is straight up and down. That I'm giving maximum driving force to the knee kicker. So now I'm going to come over to the corner, I'm going to make a relief cut here. Careful, these knives are very sharp. So that's going to fold into that corner right there. I'm taking my knee kicker right now. I'm putting the head of the knee kicker just in front of the tack strip. If you look at the knee kicker right here, this area right here across the front of the knee kicker has no teeth, has no gripper pins. This part is going to go on the carpet just in front of the tack strip right there. And when I hit this with my knee, it's going to shift the carpet up onto the tack strip and push it down onto the pins to hold it in place. So I'm going to start out here about 1 foot, 18 inches, and just give this nudges. And then I take my hammer and I push this down onto the pins of the tack strip. Now I come over here to this side and I do the same thing. And this is where I talked about earlier in another video about being ambidextrous. You need to be ambidextrous with your hands. You need to be ambidextrous with your legs and feet. Okay, this is now set. That is step number 1 of the installation. And now I want to trim the excess carpet off. So I'm going to fold the carpet down a little bit. I'm going to make a relief cut. This is called a wall trimmer. The wall trimmer gets tucked into here. Lift it out. Get the wall trimmer in here. Slide it along there. I pull the carpet back. I trim the extra carpet off right there. And then I trim the extra carpet off on this wall. So I need to put another section of tubing in here. So I want to close this piece of tubing up. I'm going to pull back on it a little bit and then slide it forward. I'm going to disconnect this piece right here and add this section. Note how these pieces squeeze together like this, and then they snap into place. I'm going to come down here and add this section. And I'm going to open up this tube. There we go. So I crawl on the carpet up to this corner, and I want to make a relief cut again. Take my knife, make a relief cut, so that folds down in there nice and neatly. Now this is a pretty cool feature on the power stretcher. I want to point this out to you. I'm going to go get my knee kicker. If you have a difficult time getting a carpet to stretch and to fit along a wall, most especially carpets that are being reinstalled, you would think that the carpet actually shrunk. Well, synthetic carpets don't shrink, but they certainly do have a memory. They remember how large it was when it was originally manufactured. So any amount of stretch on a carpet, and you've disengaged that carpet and manipulated it and dried it, it will go back to its original size. So the goal is to make the carpet fit again. So what you're going to do is, again, find your starting point, start stretching the carpet into place, set your walls, and then the stretch that's going to be coming in the longest stretch in one area, you're going to see that the carpet might pull away from the wall. That's why you see the stretcher pulls on this power stretcher are at an angle, directing the stretch tension into the corner. You want to make sure that this tension is going into the corner the same way that you would have the carpet trying to line up with this wall right here. If it doesn't want to line up well, one of the things that you can do, one of the nice features of this, is if you look at the knee kicker, there's a dimple right here. See this dimple on the end of the knee kicker? Well, guess where that fits? That fits right here on the power stretcher head. This notch right here, this area and that notch right there, you put this right there and you give that a kick, and that will adjust the power stretcher where you want it to shift. Another feature that the power stretcher has is, see how low profile the head is of this power stretcher. I'm going to back this off a little bit. Actually, I'm going to disconnect it so you can see this even better. Okay, I got it locked in place. If you get into a position where you have to have the power stretcher about this far away from the wall, and sometimes that will happen, especially if there's a seam right here, you don't want to stretch the carpet on that side of the seam. Put the head of the stretcher on the room side of the seam, put your knee kicker right here, adjust the teeth all the way out, the stretcher all the way out, and then knee kick the rest of the way. So you have the carpet stretched to this point, and then you'll finish it by using your knee kicker right in this position to hook the carpet onto the tack strip. All right, keeping the head of the power stretcher about 2 to 6 inches away from the wall. I'm going to give this carpet a good stretch. Pumping action. Get a lot of stretch on this carpet. It's very flexible. Take my wall stretcher here. hooked onto the pins of the tack strip. We're very good there. Move this away. Take my hammer. Here this pin's penetrating through. I'm going to use to move the power stretcher away for a minute. Take my knee kicker, get it adjusted properly, and now let's knee kick the carpet here. And as you can see, I move the knee kicker the width of the head of the knee kicker. I don't have gaps between where the head hits. So it takes lots of strikes with your knee. And you can see that I have wearing knee pads to protect the knees that were given me. As you can see so far, there will be 2 walls that get knee kicked. And there will be 2 walls where you power stretch to. There are times that as a restorer, or if you're restretching carpet in a home, the walls that you will be power stretching to, I recommend that you would double strip those walls. Put 2 rows of tack strip into those walls that you're stretching to. And if there's a row of tack strip there already, just add a row. But if there isn't, add 2. Okay, so that wall is stretched. I don't need the knee kicker anymore. I still need the power stretcher. I mean the hammer. So we're gonna come over here and I'm going to trim the carpet, get it set in here using the wall trimmer. And again, position myself so that my arm is pushing the wall trimmer into the wall. And it follows along here. Just a gentle motion. Pull it back a little bit. Trim this piece of carpet off. Away. Now, time to tuck. So again, taking this part of the wall trimmer, push it on the edge of the carpet right there, and tuck the carpet in. Okay, that's all done.